today we're being joined by the newest Carlton AFLW draftee, Meg Robertson. Meg, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell us a bit about yourself. What got you into footy, and what got you into footy?
Yeah, I was actually always a basketballer. So I played basketball all through juniors, up until youth league, and then obviously my dad played a lot of footy. My brothers play a lot of footy. So yeah, sort of just through the family. Really, did a bit of Auskick, and then didn't touch back on to footy until about under 16. So yeah, just family.
Right, so obviously you were a father-daughter pick at the Carlton AFLW side on Monday night at pick 31. How was the night for you, and how was the lead up into it and the aftermath?
It was a huge night, big night, so I had all the family around. I've also just come back from a trip to Asia, so been there for about a month. So I haven't really been thinking about it too much until the day I got back. Probably. Yeah, so had the family around on Monday night. They were all up and about, and then Tuesday I went into the club, and yeah, it's been pretty quiet since, which has been nice. So, yeah.
Right, so for people that don't know too much about you, what type of player would you describe yourself as?
Yeah, I would say I'm in and under, clean hands. Yeah, not so much like well thought out. My brain a bit more than my body. Yeah.
If there was a player comparison you would best describe yourself as, compare yourself to, what type of player? What player specifically would you best put towards yourself?
Yeah, I like to think I'll draw some comparisons to Mimi Hill and Tyler Hanks because they're both so clean, both by hand, and so probably those two would be up there.
Did you ever feel that, obviously being through the father-daughter, that more than likely would mean you were going to go to Carlton? Did you ever think there was any possibility of it being anyone else, or was it just definitely going to be Carlton?
I had spoken to other clubs, but I have built like quite the relationship with Carlton Footy Club over the past year, so I was pretty confident that it was going to be them. If it was going to be anyone, it was going to be the Blues.
Nice. So who are some Carlton players that you're looking forward to meeting and playing alongside with, or who have you met already?
Yeah, I've met all of them. So yeah, I've met them a bit this year, which has been good. But definitely looking forward to playing more, hopefully in the midfield with Mimi Hill and Abby McKay and Keely and stuff. Yeah.
Nice, that's good. So did you grow up barracking for Carlton, or did you grow up barracking for someone else?
Actually a Geelong supporter. Yeah. So Dad's from Geelong. His whole family's from Geelong. So yeah, I'm a Cat supporter. Might have to change that now though, but we'll see.
Might have to. So obviously, is there been any advice throughout this year in particular that you got from any AFLW players or people in those positions that have given you any advice on how to handle this period, and then when the draft happened on Monday?
Yeah, just to stay chill, not think about it too much, not worry, because when you factor all that stuff in, that's when it starts to downplay your footy and your footy goes downhill. So just sort of keeping, staying chill, and trying to just keep that into your game and not worry about all this stuff too much, because in the end you've got to play good footy first to get there. Very
true. And obviously you played at the Dandenong Stingrays and represented Vic Country. So how was it playing for the Stingrays and then obviously being part of the Vic side as well?
Stingrays, made some good friends, had some great coaches. They're an awesome club and definitely wouldn't be here without them. So they've been so good to me. And then playing Vic Country was an awesome experience. Got to travel a bit with the girls. So much fun and good standard of footy. Playing with different girls was really good as well. I think it was just an awesome experience and definitely grew a lot as a player and as a person from both Vic Country and.
So is there any players that you played with alongside at the Vic Country side that you feel impressed you more and they were kind of better than maybe what you thought they were, or they're just even better in person in terms of the way they play?
Yeah, definitely Ash Centra. I know she gets a good rap, but definitely deserving of it. I hadn't seen her play too much, so I was not taken by surprise, but I didn't know she was as good as she showed. Yeah.
That's good. And obviously not being a draftee, this just shows the praise. And I've heard not only just yourself, but a lot of people mentioned Ash as well. So obviously she's getting these reps at bottom major. It just shows what she could be when she's actually eligible, as opposed to being part of the competition as well.
Yeah, it's very exciting for her in the draft class next year.
For sure. Now, who would be one of the toughest opponents you've had to match up on in any of those competitions you've been a part of, whether it's the Vic Country or the Dandenong Stingrays team? Who was one of the toughest opponents you had to face up against?
I think Ava Usher from Queensland. There's actually like a video on the AFLW Instagram of her just bowling me up like I was nothing. Definitely.
It's not ideal, but yeah, she's also got some raps as well for sure. Thoughts on your individual season though for you this year?
Yeah, I was happy with it. Obviously I'd missed a few games with a pretty nasty concussion. So it took me a while to come back from that. So there was probably a patch in mid-season where I wasn't doing too great. But I was happy with the way I finished, and yeah, I think can't complain.
Sure. Now, do you keep in kind of with any AFLWs, and they given you any advice throughout this season in particular, in general, sorry?
Not really throughout the season. I feel like we sort of just had to keep it on the down low. Not too much throughout the season, sort of the stuff that I said before, not to stress about and everything.
Danielle Ponder hit a great goal at Icon Park at the start of the year. Do you recall that? And if so, do you think you'd be able to replicate that moment, or any of your new teammates or previous teammates that could do it, or thinks they can but they really can't?
I think hopefully I'll be able to kick a few down at Icon Park. That was an awesome, probably not replicated exactly, but I'd like to get close.
It was a pretty impressive goal. Might have had a bit of luck to it, but still very impressive. Any nicknames you get given in any of the teams you've been part of?
I usually just get Robbo. Pretty common, pretty basic, pretty. Hopefully, not with something new.
That's good. Any outside of footy interests that you have?
I'm a huge music nerd. So I play guitar, ukulele, electric guitar. Love my music. Love my concerts. I think I went to 15 concerts this year alone. So yeah, that's my kind of.
So you love music. Is there any particular band or concerts that you went to that you enjoyed the most out of the lot?
Yeah. Last year I went to Billy Joel. I was front row at the MCG. That was ace. Vance Joy was really good as well. Florence and the Machine, probably up there.
Oh, that's good. Any favourite TV shows or movies that you have?
I think definitely Prison Break is my favourite TV show. It's probably inspired like my career path that I want to go down. Psychology, yeah, sort of got it from that show. It's a bit silly, but I love it. So yeah.
That's fair. What do you feel is the best individual game you've ever played in that kind of got you noticed to where you are now?
I think honestly my round 2 game against Geelong this year, played 3 quarters, and then got knocked out. But that was probably some of the best footy I've played. And then also against Northern Knights in the back end of the year, I thought I was back to my usual playing after recovering and stuff.
Yeah. What do you feel is the best goal you've ever kicked individually? It doesn't have to be necessarily for the Dandenong Stingrays or the Vic Country side, but anyone in general, anywhere in general. Any check sides, talks, anything like that in particular?
Actually, like school footy in grade 6, it's like a right foot banana right on the boundary line, and probably some of the best stuff I've done. I don't think I've ever been able to do it again. So yeah, I'd probably have to say that one. Was
that captured on film?
It wasn't. It was ages ago, like 6 years ago, I reckon. But yeah.
We'll replicate that on for Carlton next year, and that'll definitely be captured for sure.
It's crossed, yes.
That's for sure. Who do you feel is the best player in the AFLW competition? Obviously, there's so many names you could put in that category, but who do you put into that category?
I find it hard to sort of give one, so I'd probably say Mon or even Chloe Malloy. I think they're awesome players. Yeah, so crafty, so skilled. Yeah, those two, it's hard to separate them when you're picking them up.
They're both very good. Who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera at the Dandenong Stingrays when you played alongside with them? Who loves the camera too much?
Ooh, I know Gemma Ramsdale loves it. Ali Simons, she loves it too. Yeah, Ali and Zoe love their TikToks as well. They're always on.
Are you into those TikTok type things these days?
Not really. I did get into it throughout lockdown a few years ago, but I think my TikTok career is sailed and sunk.
That's fair enough. If you could hypothetically poach any player or players from another club to join Carlton, who would that be and why?
I'd would love to play alongside Mon Conti. I know she's a basketballer as well. I love my basketball. And yeah, I just think she's a jet, and everyone could learn something off her. So yeah, I think she'd be a very, very valuable asset to the team.
What's something someone does at any of the clubs you've been part of that you can't see, whether that's trying to scare people or anything in particular?
Can't say I've taken much notice of that stuff, but I know, as I said, Ali and these TikTok dancers, they're very they look very hard, so their dancing skills are definitely better than mine.
That's fair. Mark or goal of the year, which one would you rather do?
I reckon mark of the year. I love to take hangers, speckies, yeah.
That's
Definitely
good.
mark.
Is it any particular reason why? Is it more than the goal, or just an easy choice?
I think I've got a better chance of taking mark of the year than kicking goal of the year, so we'll go with that.
Fair enough. As you mentioned before with the goal in grade 6, so that probably is a long time between drinks then, I suppose. Interstate trips, are you a fan of interstate trips?
Yeah, yeah. As I said, on like country and stuff, we had a couple and they were great fun. So I'd definitely love to get involved in some more.
That's fair. So teammates you've been impressed by in any of the teams you've been a part of that you feel they don't get appreciated as much than they really should?
Yeah, Bianca Line. I think she's a awesome athletic. Yeah, great on half back line, takes some good marks, good spoils. Lily Jordan from the Rebels. I think she's a gun.
It's a good choice. Defenders, do you feel that defenders deserve more love in terms of an official title? Because obviously the midfielders got the Brownlow, and then the forwards got the Coleman. Do you feel the defenders should have an actual official title award from whatever it's going to be called?
Yeah, I reckon they should. It's a completely different game back. Yeah, I think they deserve a bit more recognition. We can't play footy without them.
Sure. So, Meg, one more question for you. So, really appreciate you coming on. If you got any advice for any aspiring young girls or boys that want to play AFL or AFLW, what advice would you give them?
Just obviously, just not to take it too seriously. Like, you've obviously got to put in the work, put in the hard yards, go the extra mile and do the 1%ers. But I think, at the end of the day, you can't put too much pressure on yourself. There's always a way. There's a front door, a back door, window. There's always a way to get there. So, yeah, just don't stress about it too much, and you make sure you're also enjoying your footy at the same time, because it makes a world of difference on the field.
Very good advice. Meg, I really appreciate you coming on. All the best for the Blues next season and beyond.
Having me.
All right. Thank you.